Hello everybody! I know this isn't the next episode of my genealogy guide, but if you haven't noticed, a new Fire Emblem game came out, and it's legitimately great for once. Not fun but profoundly flawed like Awakening, or intellectually offending like Fates, but a legitimately great game that does have flaws, but not enough for me to not recommend it. Anyway, I might do a more in-depth review of Echoes down the line, but for now, I just want to do what I'm known for in Fire Emblem and give newcomers a few tips for this rather esoteric Fire Emblem entry. Don't worry, this vid will be story devoid and spoiler free, and I won't be covering anything outside the early game. One of the most important short and long-term decisions you're going to make in Echoes is pretty much right at the start. What classes do you promote your villagers to? What you choose here will profoundly shape the effectiveness of Alm's party, so it's a good idea to take a look at the possibilities each path will give, including promotional gains and potential learned spells, on the best Fire Emblem data site there is, serenestforest.net. In my opinion, the optimal way to dole out your classes is to make Tobin an archer, Gray a mercenary, Cliff a mage, and Faye a cleric. But you're welcome to disagree if you feel there is a more effective combination. Tobin's high skill is useful for bows, Gray gets a big boost to his lacking speed with the mercenary promo, while taking advantage of his high starting strength, Cliff can bypass his low skill with magic's fixed hit rates, and learns the most spells out of the bunch, and Faye gives you a cleric capable of learning physic. On a similar note, you should always promote your units right away as soon as they're able. There aren't really promotion gains in Echoes, as promoting just raises a unit's stats up to the base stats of the promoted class, so there's no reason to dawdle while our EXP gain diminishes from high levels. Our next topic will cover dungeons, perhaps Valentia's most overtly RPG-like element. One thing that totally escaped me until late in the game is you can cut patches of grass to find items, and in the case of Celica, the coral fragments you need for an early game quest. So don't forget the mow the lawns. Also, since you can't really see how your units are going to be deployed in skirmishes just from the order you have them, here's a tip to make organizing your units earlier without needing to memorize a chart. Get into a battle, then hit the home button on your 3DS and start up Miiverse. Save a screenshot of your upper screen, then use the way your units were laid out on screen as a reference to organize their position through the order menu. Finally, a few more quality of life features the game doesn't really illustrate well. Side quests are automatically tracked via these little icons on the bottom left of the touchscreen by hovering over the areas they are started. Exotic spice can be sold at a smithy for 3 gold marks, and don't worry, as that's their sole purpose. Lastly, don't be afraid to use Milas Turnwheel to fix mistakes or prevent deaths. It can take you all the way back to the start of your last player phase. Actually, as I've recently discovered, the Turnwheel can take you back to pretty much any arbitrary point in the battle. So, go nuts! And there's no penalty for its use, so take advantage of it. Just be aware that inside dungeons, the uses of your Turnwheel won't replenish until you leave, unless you offer up any alcoholic beverage to a Mila statue. That's any ale or wine. Anyway, I hope these tips will help you in your quest in Valentia. This is ModelOmega, and as always, have a great day.